Literally minutes ago, Jay-Z released a new statement after his accuser has been exposed.
I'm gonna jump right into this. So I'm sure you heard about the guy on the subway in New York who got strangled by some Marine or veteran, I'm not sure, but that's him right there. Apparently he was found not guilty. You know, this is kind of strange because apparently this guy who was strangled, there he go, is a Michael Jackson impersonator. Basically, he's doing this thing on a train, you know, being Michael Jackson, dancing like Michael Jackson, asking for money.
The Marine veteran facing manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide charges for holding Jordan Neely in a minutes-long chokehold on the subway. The medical examiner says that chokehold killed the 30-year-old.
You know, it's kind of like an artist, you know, an artist, broke artist, whatever you want to call it. So they move from train stops or go wherever there's a lot of people. Hopefully they could impress them by performing some kind of act and gain money. So I'm not sure what happened on this particular day, but obviously he was outside. It was acting outside of his character. Marine decided he's gonna take laws into his own hands and stop whatever threats he felt like he was receiving. Apparently he put him in a chokehold, held him for about 6 minutes, maybe longer or less, but
alleging
this
an
kid
unarmed
died.
Neely was unconscious for 51 seconds before Penny let go.
Jordan was lying on the ground after being choked for 6 minutes straight and was never given aid. Who's the villain?
It's not clear if Penny passengers.
He went to protect the lives of innocent strangers on that subway train.
He's a 30-year-old man, so technically he's not a kid.
Neely, who struggled with homelessness and mental illness, was making threats like, "I will kill," and had drugs in his system, according to the defense.
Justice for Jordan Neely.
But the prosecution argues that Penny used too much force for far too long, alleging an unarmed Neely was unconscious for 51 seconds before Penny let go.
Jordan was lying.
Got killed, and then the guy who killed him was found not guilty. I just think it's kind of strange. You have, I know when I talk about skin color, everybody's gonna be like, hey, you always just bringing our word into this. Well, it's obvious to, you can't help but deny the fact that the guy who was dancing on the train is a black guy, and the person who had him in a chokehold is a white person. So, does that make any difference? Yes, it does. Because I feel like if it was a white guy being choked on a train by a black person, that black guy is going to jail. I don't think he's going to get away free. Like, you killed some white dude on a train who was not doing anything but dancing and begging for money. And then, okay, maybe the person was a little bit agitated that day and they were saying all type of things out of their mouths. You know, you want to take it seriously. This person does not have a weapon that you notice. They don't have a gun. Everything is just word of mouth. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Right? But they don't have a weapon. And you could clearly, or people who've been riding that train before know the guy is not all the way there. So he took laws into his own hands. Of course, he says he's protecting everybody else on the train. How can you be... I don't really think he was protecting everybody else on the train. He's just a hothead Marine person who decides, dude, I could take this guy out. And he did it. So, like I was saying, if the situation was reversed, if it was a white guy begging on a train and some black dude who's a retired Marine come in there and put him in a chokehold and kills him, I don't think he's gonna be found not guilty. And we're gonna move on from that subject. I just don't think it's fair. So where is the justice? Where is justice? Like, where is the justice? You know, like, Biden just pardoned Hunter Biden. He got away free. Nothing happened, right? And then you have the United healthcare worker, the CEO who got assassinated by some other white guy. And for some reason, the shooter has become a sex symbol. I'm hearing some of the women saying how cute he is, how they would like to feed him and take care of him and make him popcorn. No, like, this is ridiculous. When I say this is ridiculous, I'm just looking at it from, like, I'm putting my race shade on, and I just encourage everybody to do this for a second, right? Take out the fact that it's a white dude and he's from an affluent family. Let me say it was a black guy in the inner city, what people would like to call the hood, pulls out a gun and assassinates this United healthcare worker. Would he be being... I don't think he will be getting all the praises. The news seems to be praising this guy. Women all of a sudden found him to be attractive, right? It's just, when I say from putting on your race glasses on.
Mangione appeared in a Pennsylvania courtroom yesterday. You can see him shouting angrily as he entered the building.
On the other hand, this white guy is coming across like a hero to some people. like he's fighting for a cause, it's on a mission. So America still has a lot of problem on its hands because it's just a double standard. When I say it's a double standard, you have a white guy who just killed a black dude on a train. The black dude did not have any weapon besides just homeless, hungry, making threats that he probably cannot fulfill. No training. And you have a Marine who's been trained by the U.S. military, right? A Marine is a weapon. You know how boxers need to register their hands? A Marine is a weapon. A Marine is a little weapon. Weapons it doesn't matter if they're holding a gun or not holding a gun. The amount of training they have, the average citizen do not go through that. So they cannot stand up to a Marine. And he knows that. So when he decided to take the law into his hand and kill this person, he knew what he was doing. He knew he was definitely killing the person. You could put somebody in a chokehold, but holding them in a chokehold for 6 minutes, you already got them restrained, but you would not stop. You're only going to stop when you feel the life lift the person's body.
CEO Brian Thompson.
When I entered my appearance, and for the record, he's pleading not guilty to this. And I've seen zero evidence at this point.
The judge denied bail.
So when it comes to that, I just think it's a double standard. The double standards in America is being revealed. It's the year of truth. So basically, I'm just going to make it so simple. The white guy basically killed the black guy, got away with it. The white guy went ahead and killed the United Healthcare CEO, but just because he's connected and he's from an affluent family and he's educated, he's being praised, he's on a mission. He's all of a sudden a sex symbol now to some media outlet. This is ridiculous. Why the black dude was just dancing, doing his act on the train, get killed by a white guy? The white guy was found not guilty. If it was a black guy who killed the CEO, he would not be getting all the praise he's getting. America has been exposed. Racism still exists.
Literally minutes ago, Jay-Z released a new statement after his accuser has been exposed.
And now we're going to move on to Jay-Z. I guess this is every black millionaire or billionaire. You better go get rid of some of your income because this is the year. They're coming for everybody. They're coming for you. They came for Puff Daddy. They came for Michael Jackson. They came for P. Diddy. Now it's Jay-Z's turn.
Beyonce's husband has been named as a co-defendant alongside Diddy over an alleged crime that took place way back in 2000.
At this point, I don't even believe the media anymore. You would think, I don't believe the media anymore. I don't believe Jay-Z is what he's been accused of is true. This is just how they destroyed Michael Jackson with a pedophile accusation, and now they want to do the same thing with Jay-Z. At this point, any other person who buys these stories, honestly, dude, whatever, you have a mind of your own. Don't let the media sway you. First of all, they're going to make them look bad, and then they're going to lock them up. So by the time they lock this person up, they've already vilified them in the eyes of everybody else. They will tear them down, make them look like a predator, like they did to Michael Jackson, like they are doing to Puff Daddy right now, like they have done to every black person who's made a lot of money in America.
Tony Busby, as Jay-Z mentioned in that statement, is the lawyer representing this anonymous Jane Doe. He is the Texas attorney who is filing 120 individual lawsuits against Cassie's ex-boyfriend. This particular suit, filed in New York, is the first time that a co-defendant is named. For some reason, Tony Busby thought it would be a good idea for the Jay-Z and Diddy accuser to speak to the media.
I'm sure some people are saying, these black men are making horrible decisions. Yeah, they probably are making horrible decisions. How many white people are being dragged down for the horrible decisions they made? I voted for Trump, but how many women came up and accused President Trump of the same thing that Jay-Z has been accused of?
This week, on Wednesday, she sat down with NBC News. And they are protecting her identity, but they questioned this woman. And in doing so, a lot of big discrepancies came up.
A 38-year-old mother from Alabama who has filed a lawsuit accusing Sean Diddy Combs and Jay-Z of raping her when she was 13 years old is speaking out to NBC News for the first time. She asked us not to reveal her identity.
What made you want to come forward and talk today?
Because I think that I've been quiet long enough about what I've been through, and it's been hard enough to be quiet. But it's a chapter of my life that I'd like to close.
This is ridiculous. This is crazy. This is really hard to believe. Jay-Z seemed like a stand-up guy. But now that P. Diddy has all this heat around his corner and Jay-Z is a known associate of his, I knew something like this was gonna happen eventually. Somebody accusing him of doing something. Like, just the fact that they just accuse him of something like this alone, the girl is 13, that just makes him look bad. You know, it's a similar thing with Michael Jackson, the pedophile stuff, mess with underage boys. Like, this is like the worst allegation any man could ever have. It's funny how it's always the African-American entertainers or people within the African-American community who seem to be in a position of power or has a lot of money that you get all this allegation being thrown on. Muammar Gaddafi, they made him look bad in front of everybody's eye right before they killed him and killed his entire family. And the same thing with Jay-Z right now. Maybe his power is getting a little bit too much, and now they're trying to tame it a little bit. So I just feel like just the accusation alone is enough to make you look bad. And the sad part is a lot of these people who are being accused are not guilty. They are not guilty. I don't think Jay-Z did what he's been accused of. I know Puff Daddy, everybody thinks Puff Daddy is guilty, of course. I mean, with the video of him hitting Cassie, it looks horrible. But under the circumstance that he's already in, of course you're going to have so many women coming out of the woodworks to accuse him. That's just what it is. So, and now I just don't believe any of the stories I'm hearing anymore, because it's the era of taking down black men. And it's funny how they always use the black women to take down the black men. Or they use us to kill us. So it's always like you have black on black violence, right? When a white man is rising to a position of prominence, a position of power, it's always some other black woman they're using bringing him down, you know, some kind of sexual assault allegation. Or another black man shoots him dead, right? And you would think this problem is all within the African-American community. No, it's bigger than that. Because I feel like the problem, if you're trying to get down to the root cause of the problem, it's a problem the country has, not just the African-American community. And the problem is created by the country. And is the country trying to fix it? I don't believe so, not at this point. This is a weapon. We'll let you climb, and just when you get too big for yourself, we'll cut the rope and watch you fall. And actually, we're going to use your own people to do that. Your own folks, people who like you and people who are from your community. It's happening so frequently that at this point I'm not surprised. But I just prayers out for Jay-Z and his entire family, because that is not just Jay-Z they're going to be destroying. They're going to be destroying the life of Blue, Ivy, Beyonce, Sir, the entire family. Like, this allegation is going to rub everyone in that family the wrong way. It just rubs the African-American community the wrong way. Like, dude, we don't want this kind of allegation on our people in prominent positions. We don't want that. And all you women who are coming up with all these allegations against black men and it's not true, y'all need to stop it. Because at the end of the day, you're going to have a son. And whatever you're doing to these guys out there, some woman is going to do it to your son. How would you feel about that? How would you feel about this? How would you feel about it? So, stop it. All the Jaguar rights out there. I know you guys think it's the era of truth. No. You're destroying the black community. That's what you're doing. You're destroying the black community. All of y'all need to stop and keep your mouth shut. Okay? And all the black men out there who are being accused of rape, sexual allegation, you should have learned your lesson by now. You know, you should have learned your lesson by now. Just because you got money, you did not become cuter. You just got money. She want a piece of it, so of course she's going to throw herself at you, right? And if you're not careful, it's not worth it. It's definitely not worth it. So I think the more money you have, honestly, the less amount of women you should mess with if you're smart. Because when you have more money, they're not coming to you because they like you. No, they're coming to you because they want a piece of your money. Okay? So, dude, think you have more money, you need to have less sexual partners. That's just being smart. People who are broke, let them go fool themselves with whoever they want to fool themselves with. Because we know those women know these guys are broke. There's nothing. All they're going to get is hard dick and bubble gum. Right? So, like Jay-Z said, I mean, well, that's all they're going to get. So, I feel like if you're a rich person, you should definitely keep your dick in your pants, dude. Because they're coming for you. Especially within the African-American community. You want to fix that situation, just get married to a beautiful woman and not have to deal with this nonsense, okay? Jay-Z is married, but this allegation is coming from the year 2000, you know? The Me Too movement is destroying the African-American community. How come this is not happening within the Asian community, the Spanish community, the white community? No, all we're hearing is prominent African-American men being brought down by women within their own race. This needs to stop. Like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not.
The woman says she suffered a head injury. The night of the 2000s VMAs, she says a friend drove her from Rochester, New York to Manhattan, a more than 5-hour drive. Her attorney provided NBC News with the name of the friend who has since died. The woman says she spoke to Combs' limo driver, who offered her a ride to an after party.
I stumbled upon Diddy's driver, who told me that I was exactly what Diddy was looking for.
What did you think when he said that to you?
I thought it meant that I was just pretty.
She went to a White House, she says, where she spoke to musicians Benji Madden and his brother.
I'm talking to Benji Madden about his tattoo because, I have a really, he has about